Hey, welcome back to Dad Mafia. This is Kevy Kev, and I got my boy back there riding the shark. Got my shark shirt. I got my dad on my chest. I can't do much better. Hope you guys are dadding right, having a good weekend. Man, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know about your dad tales. Let me know what else you want to hear on this channel. I'm gonna drop another hospital story on you. They're rough. So trigger alert. Basically, this was about a year and a half ago, a year and 3 months ago. This was summer 2021. And my boy and I were supposed to go to New Jersey from where we live in an undisclosed tropical location. We were gonna fly to Cape May, New Jersey and see my sister and them and hang out with her boys. And I was pumped. It was gonna be his first time there. And we had already got tickets and everything. We were gonna leave in like 5 or 6 days. And he had been having a lot of coughing and a lot of like upper respiratory stuff since really March that year. This was August 21. And that's a whole nother story. But basically it got worse, man. It wasn't addressed right by these doctors, man. The doctors kept saying it was allergies. And I was like, allergies to what? You know what I mean? And he kept getting these sort of like a lot of mucus, a lot of, green boogers, and they would keep prescribing him antibiotics. And it just never got resolved, man. And one day, dude, I'm maybe 15 minutes from the house. I'm at a meeting. I get a call from the nanny, right? And his mom and the nanny are with him. And I'm done with my meeting. Luckily, I'm walking down. I'm like in the elevator shaft, about to go. I get a call. Yo, I can hear him whooping in the background. You have no idea how I hope you have no idea. And I hope you don't have any idea about something worse, man, because that was one of the most frightening moments of my whole life. Hearing him gasp for breath over the phone. That was fucked up, man. Rarely in life, usually a tragedy happens and then you have to react to the tragedy and grieve, right? Rarely in life do you have, or less likely it's when there's a goddamn crisis about to unfold and you have some time to react. And depending on how you react can determine the outcome. And shit, man, he was gasping for breath and I'm stuck in like traffic, so it took me like 20 minutes to get home. And I'm flying and basically there was a hospital. Later I really kind of talked to them and I was like, why didn't you take him to the hospital? There's a really low quality hospital just in terms of facilities, walking distance, like 4 blocks. And I told them next time you need to take them there. But their hesitation was that it's a really rough city. It's not a very friendly pedestrian city, and they just kind of froze up. And so basically we took them to that hospital because it was quick, and we alerted his pediatrician. And he said, take them there now because you're gonna spend an hour in traffic getting to the hospital where I work. And he said, but later you're gonna have to do your blood turb work and all over. It's gonna be a pain in the ass because you're gonna have to do his blood test there and then get it transferred, etc. I said, look, we don't have time for that. So we took him to the hospital that's a few blocks away, and they gave him a nebulizer. This is a nebulizer, and I'm gonna do a demo video on that. But basically, it's basically sort of like an asthma machine. Basically, the same stuff that's in an inhaler basically mixes with like a saline solution, and then it kind of diffuses into this mist, and they gas mask it. It's right there. And basically they have a big sort of industrial size one of those at the hospital, and they give him that, and he started breathing a little better after about 15 minutes, man. But that was goddamn scary. That was horrible, bro. So then we took him, once he was stabilized, we took him to the other hospital. The traffic had died down. We took him to the other hospital. It was like 20 minutes away. And basically we ended up spending about almost 3 nights in the hospital because he had bronchitis. And that was hell, man. They had put stuff in his vein. They couldn't get an IV. The IV kept like bending because having a kid with the IV is not a good combination. He's barely 2 at this point. So they put an IV in, bro, and then at one point I guess there's like liquid escapes the vein and gets into the rest of his skin and stuff. And so at one point his arm swelled up, bro. God damn, man, it was a nightmare. And his mom was freaking out. His mom she doesn't handle crisis very well, man. So she was getting snappity with me, and I'm like, yo, you need to chill out. We gotta go. We need to be calm for him. And we took turns sleeping with him. There's like a little sofa And then there's his hospital bed. And luckily, since he's a little 2-year-old, there's room on the hospital. It ain't comfortable, but there's room on the hospital bed for me and him. And so we would alternately sleep with him and try to keep his arm straight so that he could get his IV, straightened out. Because at one point, the needle bended in to his arm, and he was freaking out about that. Man, and it was just hell. And they had to restrain him a lot, to get this IV in. And so he had nightmares all night. And they kept coming in and checking on him every 3 or 4 hours. And so he couldn't sleep. Bro, it was bad. It was bad, man. I really feel for these parents that have like long-term chronic stuff or have gone through worse. I get it. It was hell, man. It was just 2 days of hell. Luckily, we had good insurance. So, you don't have to be, worried about that when you walk into a place. You got insurance that'll back you up. But man, that was scary. And so after about 2 or 3 days, we basically got discharged, and we ended up leaving that pediatrician then because we felt like he wasn't really, getting to the root cause of why he keeps getting these infections. But part of it is just that kids get a lot of infections. I think kids average something like 10 or 12 a year at that age. They just get respiratory infections, they get virus and stuff. And later I also learned, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving medical advice here, but I learned that you're not supposed to give antibiotics necessarily for viral infections because antibiotics kill bacteria, not viruses. So it made me question why you kept giving them antibiotics and he would keep getting infected and stuff. So man, scary shit, man. But I guess the lessons are, always get a second opinion. If there's something that's not right, this has been going on really since March. And we ditched one pediatrician for this new one over that because he just kept getting coffee and having these infections. So always pursue the best care you can have good insurance, and then obviously it goes without saying, like, move your ass, man. If there's an emergency, move that ass and get to the hospital quick. Be quick on your feet, have a plan. Later on, like I said, I told them next time if there's an emergency, take him to the place 2 blocks away and call me when you're there. But don't be, he was gasping for air, bro. And that was one of, like I said, man, I'm removed from it now. It was about 1.5 years ago, but that was scary. Anyways, take care of your kids. Hope you dad right. Have a good weekend. Make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. This is Kev. I'll see you next time.